Now we come to the Leo Ascendants, the one which is ruled by the Sun. So Sun is about Sattva. Sun is a Sattvic planet. So Sattva and Dharma, they are asking the questions of creative intelligence, the why and the how of things in their head all the time. So that's what they are seeking for the rest of their lives, using whatever means they are getting. Using creative intelligence and education becomes their key. And this is even signified in the 9th house, which is Sattva and Dharma, and in the 5th house, and in the 9th house as Rajas and Dharma. So they have 3 dharmic houses guiding their path. Okay. In the 2nd house, we have Tamas and Artha. What do these people need? Remember, we spoke of the 4 houses. The blue ones, the shaded ones, are all the foundational aspects, the Kendra houses. The white ones, all on the outer, are the means which you will add to yourself to accomplish whatever you need to feel, which are in the Kendra houses. So in the 2nd house of Leo, we have Tamas and Artha. So here you are trying to ground the means, what you are trying to answer the what and the where regarding to work and routine. So Leos, very earlier on in life, they will be good at doing things in work and routines for themselves. They seem to be very grounded in what they want to do in their daily work. They're not very airy-fairy in that. In terms of the 3rd house, they have Rajas and Kama, the energy of movement of desire. They need to fulfill connection and have companionship in some kind here. And because this also stands for the younger siblings, maybe they'll be very attached to the younger sibling. Okay. So Rajas and Kama, fulfilling the need for connection and companion. How are they trying to fulfill this connection? Well, they are always in this dharma aspect. So they are always asking the questions why and how of it. So their companionship will be good for Leos. Listen to me, Leos. What will be very good as a companion is one who has high skill set and who is connecting to you creatively. You should associate with their intelligence and education more. That will make a good companion for you in life because Libra is sitting there. In house number 4, home, heart, mother, family, lands, real estate, we have Tamas and Moksha. So there is a Moksha aspect, which is the liberation, the forward, finding the core desires they want to ground in the home front. So these people, Leos, will be driven to find ways and means to use their home front and their heart as a means of liberation. Okay, that's a little tongue twister right there. So they will use tamas and they will use moksha, the secretive part. They'll be very secretive about their home front. They won't reveal much about their home. They're very selective about whom they talk about because Scorpio is here. Okay, but that's also the moksha point for them. Okay, the first moksha point they will look for is within their own home and family. They need to solve the riddles and the puzzles and the hidden secrets of their home and family. Scorpio is hidden secrets. In their house of education, the 5th house, what do we have here? We have Sattva and Dharma. So they are looking for the highest ideology, the what, the where, the who. Sagittarius is sitting in their house of education. So their education, they are always seeking higher meaning, philosophical wisdom. They are all seeking in their education. So unless this makes sense to them, they will not be really good or really happy in their education. Leos need proper education because that's what they are seeking in their head. The house number 5, which is traditionally here, has come to the ascendant. And so they are seeking the higher meanings here. 9 has come here. The 1 has gone there. We'll come there later. In their house of daily work, what is their working and routines? They are of Rajas and Arthas. This is a constantly moving energy, Rajasic. Artha, they are seeking means. The how, the what, the where questions are being asked here. So their career, job and business, the Capricornian energy, they will seek to ground in their daily work. Their daily work becomes very, very grounded because Capricorn is sitting there. It is very concrete, it is very grounded. They are not airy-fairy kind of people. They are really grounded in their work. In their seventh house, in the house of spouse and partnership, it is Sattvic Kama. How nice. So they are thinking in terms of a pure form of desire, the for what? In terms of desire and fulfillment of earth gains and connections. They might even use their spouse to make connections with the people outside. Because it's ruled by Sun, they are so self-centered that they need to make a Sattvic connection with their spouse. It's a good way to make a connection, but they should lose the sense of always trying to see gains in it. They're looking to spouse for gaining something from them. See? Because they are seeking for a desire aspect there. But it's a Sattvic form, so it's good in that sense. In the 8th house of secrets and others' wealth and sexual liberation, they have tamas and moksha. The why me they will seek by liberating their ego they will find from sexual liberation. Okay? Because the 12th house of Pisces is falling over here. So they are seeking liberation from emotional tendencies, emotional sexual connection with their spouse. In the house number 9, they have Rajas and Dharma, Aries falls in it, so they are wanting a moving energy with the question, the why. The need to find path, purpose and direction of self falls in the 9th house for them. That means they are seeking leadership in developing wisdom throughout life. Leadership and finding the why there. They need to educate themselves really well. Education, higher education, for the purpose of finding the question why. They are answering why there. In the 10th house of Rajas and Artha, they are having Taurus. So they are Rajas and Artha, meaning they are always constantly wanting to improvise the aspects of their career. Okay? Rajas and Artha, Taurus, wherever it falls, it wants to constantly improve and constantly improvise, finding the means, the how, recognizing resources and abilities. This is a very grounded energy, Artha. Artha means you need to be real, get real about things. See the common connection between 6 and 10 there? They are very grounded in their profession and they are seeking to improvise and their resources and abilities all through their career. In the house number 11, they have Rajas and Kama. So it's a moving desire to try to discover the desires and communication. So they need to improve if they want to be successful in social media. They need to be having a sensitivity, a sexual, sensual sensitivity about connection with people. Sexual, I don't mean always the bed pleasures. I mean the desire to connect. The desire to connect should be there for them if they need to make it in social media. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. They have to find their Venus, the moon, and they have to see what connection and what nakshatras are here for them to, which they can use. Okay. In the house number 12, they have Sattva and Moksha, the for what. The third and the last moksha point for Leos is for them to connect to their heart. Now, the spouse, they took it as just Kama, as just the desire front. The first moksha point was all secretive and buried in the heart front. So this moksha point is liberated from the house going forward in life when they really make a connection to the point in a sattvic manner, in a pure manner, in a conceptual manner. Their life will be, for Leo ascendants, dictated by moving from secretness of the heart into exploring the heart with openness, because this is 12th house. It's giving your desires for the sake of the larger community, of the larger crowd from here. Once they discover this, they can move into this. Okay, folks, that's the Leo ascendant.